Law of influence, number 3.
All right, so the law of influence is how can you make a difference in people's lives? It's similar to the law of compensation in that the more people that I can solve their problem, the more money I should make, or the more people that I approach. Well, how can I influence people to do something that they wouldn't normally want to do, right? So who are good influencers in our public world? The first one that comes to mind for me are politicians. Good or bad, they influence one side or the other, right? We may decide, well, he's the least or she's the least evil of the 2 or 3 or whatever else that's out there, right? So they're good examples of an influencer. How do you get your ideas across to other people? Sure. So as a leader, we're looking at saying, well, how can I take what I believe and how do I get everybody else to buy into my vision of what it is I want our company to achieve?
So EITs, I would ask you, how many people would you say that you currently have influence over? Just think about that. And then what are some ways to increase your influence if that's of interest?
Well, the easiest thing that I ever do is I try not to give commands. I ask, I say, what do you need? What do you need help with? Where are you stuck?
You influence again by serving.
Right. Yeah. But it's a different way, right? It's like giving orders. Nobody likes to have orders given to them. Yeah. When I was in the military, I hated it, right? Because I wasn't in charge. Somebody, and it doesn't matter where you're at, somebody's always giving you orders. Yeah. So that's why I like to have my own company because I'm at the top. Sure. But I still don't give orders. There might be 1 or 2 times, in a year that I might say, I just do it. Yeah. Because somebody doesn't understand, I need it done quickly. Yeah. But for the most part, it's, well, how do I find out where you're stuck? Because when I understand what the problem is, I can come up with solutions. Sure. So we're problem solvers. Business owners, your EITs, are problem solvers. Sure. They've been a problem solver their whole life. They've been looking at trying to figure out how do you do this, how do you get past this, right? They know how to solve problems. Mm-hmm. So if they slow down just enough to hear what you have to say, even if I can't solve the problem, I'm influencing you because I took the time to care. Mm-hmm. People don't necessarily receive reward from money, just, oh, give me a raise. They want to know that somebody cares and they're paying attention to the work that they're doing and that they're doing a good job.
Sure. That has even greater impact.
It really does. There are a lot of people, though, they thrive on the feedback. Mm-hmm. And if they don't get the feedback on a regular basis, they'll go find another job where they can get that feedback. Mm-hmm. So it's a matter of understanding the personalities of the people that work for you. So if you have some people that they seem to be money motivated, other people they seem to be gratitude motivated or recognition motivated, right? You can find different ways of doing that. Somebody that's money motivated, great, make them commission only. Yeah. The more they produce, the more they make, great, they're happy. Yeah. Somebody else that wants a steady job, they want whatever the benefits are that they're getting, and they want security. Well, guess what? They want to know that they're being appreciated for the work that they're doing. It doesn't mean that you have to do it every day, but you just check in with them. And you don't do it in their annual review or their semi-annual review. That's too late. Right. Check in with them. Right? It's like, you walk in the office, hey, Joe, how you doing? What's going on? How'd you do this weekend? Hey, I heard you went to that game. Find out a little bit about what's going on. Now, it doesn't mean that you're chit-chatting in the office. I don't have time for a lot of chit-chat, but I will find out what's happening.
When it's really caring for your team, then that matters.
But it doesn't mean that I have to stop everything I'm doing in my day to sort of socialize. Right. Because you must still maintain a barrier between you as the owner and you as their best friend. Right. Because if you become their best friend, oh, let's just go to lunch. Oh, can I have a little extra time for lunch? Because now they're in the friend zone, and they're going to abuse the friend zone. Right. Whether intentional or not, they will abuse the friend zone. Yeah. So you must always still maintain a balance, a barrier, right? Boundaries around you. You can still care, you can give feedback, you can do whatever, but you're still the employee.
Regarding your law of influence, there's influencing by serving other people. Can you also influence by promoting? Like when I think of influence and what a lot of people do nowadays, I think social media, self-promotion or promotion of your own business. Is that part of influence?
It is, but there's a fine line between promotion and serving. So for instance, let's say if I use social media and I want to go out on blogs or Facebook or something like that, I want to help other people solve their problems with a tagline that talks about me, right? Something very, very small that might have a website or whatever. Yep. That's it, very subtle, but I'm solving the problem first, and then there's a little thing that goes back, and that starts to build up because now I become the expert taking care of other people's problems. I'm not just trying to sell you something.
Yeah, instead
Nobody
of
wants to be sold.
shameless self-promotion, which makes us all go,
Kind of like what I was doing in the beginning. Yeah, we don't want to do that.
no, but I made you do it.
Yeah.
I forced you to, so sorry about that.
That's okay.
Okay.